Sound okay?
Yeah, you sound good to me. Do I sound good? Wow, we're live.
Oh, well, you sound like an angel as always, Cole.
Yeah.
Didn't say that just because we were live, but
Yeah. I'll take
you
it.
do.
I'll take it.
All right.
I know at least we got Brian Rapp on the listeners right now, or the watchers, not even the listeners.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's
Yeah, it's all coming
it's
together.
4D. Is this what
Yeah.
the fourth dimension is? The
This
internet?
is Wait, what's that? Oh, 4D.
4D?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
it's the fourth dimension. Yeah, we
perfect.
got
I'll take it.
Brian joining us. Oh, let me add the first banner first. The old hit us up in the comments as Brian is doing right now.
Oh man. So let's just go, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
let's
what do
hit it up.
you got entry buzz going at all? What do you got?
I do actually. I was drinking the remainder of one of our sample bottles. This was Kings County Bottled and Bond.
Oh,
So
nice.
that Brooklyn-based bourbon company. So it's been good. That's
okay.
good.
All right. It's been a while. That was a while ago, wasn't it?
Mhm.
That was
Very
early.
long time. I'm trying to get rid of some of those old bottles that I have like half sample bottles of, so I can.
So I got
reuse
into
them.
I got into a good rhythm where
Mhm.
my previous shows pour was the next show's entry buzz. But today I'm going back.
Bring it on. Oh,
back to my
the chunker. Like, I think there's no better way to describe that bottle than chunk.
Oh my gosh! You know what? I pulled from the bottle on this one because I knew I didn't have any glasses in here, extra glasses. Now I'm looking.
Totally.
I don't have any glasses in here at all.
Wait, also, didn't you buy that bottle this week?
Well, remember we went to that party yesterday.
That's right. Yeah, you got to share.
Yeah, went to the brunch and I made a bunch of. I know. So Chelsea was like, "Hey, buy stuff for whiskey sours."
Yeah,
I forgot to buy whiskey, but I bought that one because like I didn't want to open that. I was like, I'll save that.
Yeah.
And then we're at the party, and she was like, "Hey, Robbie makes good whiskey sours," and I had to ground it and like.
No better bourbon for a whiskey sour than Buffalo Trace, in my opinion.
I have to disagree.
So good.
What's yours?
Is yours like Wild Turkey 101 or something?
No, if I'm doing whiskey sours, I like because you add a little bit of simple syrup. So and some like I'll do what's the cherry called?
Maraschino.
What's the brand though?
Luxardo or
Luxardo's. Luxardo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so like between that and the simple syrup, you add a lot of sweet. So I kind of like to go with just like a bottom shelf. I usually go with like 2 gingers, Irish, because you get a lot extra sweet. Hey, Cole.
I think bourbon is the choice. Yeah, go ahead.
Bourbon's already so sweet.
I love
sweet on it.
I love sweet.
Well, you do.
Yeah. What's up?
I got to run and grab a couple glasses. That was my faux pas.
Go ahead and glass it.
Cole, what are you drinking? I'll hear you. People will hear you. I'll be right back.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm drinking Kings County Bottled and Bond, finishing up my sample bottle from that. I believe we had 2. We did Kings County straight bourbon, and then we did Kings County Bottled and Bond. I believe the Bottled and Bond was a Ben Klepsig joint. So cheers to, and then the other one was, I believe it was homeboy, my good friend James from Brooklyn, James Cuddy. He sent the straight bourbon, and so yeah. And then we got Miles Ferguson. He is entry buzzing on Wild Turkey Rare Breed. What's the proofage on that, Miles? What batch is that? And I forgot to post again on social media today, so we might be a little low on listeners, but we posted earlier and stuff. Yeah,
that's fine.
But we always pick up as we go along. Yeah,
you get what you get.
Yeah, but we don't mind Brian Rapp and Miles Ferguson. Sadly, Brian Rapp is not drinking. At least he didn't get a sample yet because he is a recent Patreon subscriber, so he's getting next 3 months cycle. Yeah, so he's getting those. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to get as the third bottle, but I have something in mind. And then I'm just going to give a shout out to Miles Ferguson for being like an ultimate baller, because he gifted me kind of a welcome to Virginia Lefroy lore today, and I'm like,
dang,
what?
Lore was amazing.
If
you moved to Virginia and that's your like welcoming gift, I'm moving right away.
Yeah, man. Seriously. Miles, bro, you would love it here. We would.
Don't worry, Cole.
Brian's in the same room.
Brian's got his own B521.
Oh, good. That's good to hear, Brian. Nice. Yeah. So you are drinking with us.
So I think that's one nice thing about this bottle we're drinking today is it's fairly accessible. So I know like a couple folks have hit me up and be like, "Is that what you guys are drinking?" Yeah, and they said they would join.
Yeah.
But again, if Cole's not on top of something on the social media, it's not me. So Cole's usually got it. And if he didn't do it, then we're not really
lesson learned. If it takes one more, I find in life it takes a day of announcement. So let's shoot the breeze a little more. I want to probably start drinking at like 10 after. So I'm not against talking about, I mean, we can't like talk for, I mean, we never have issues talking about life. But yeah, I'm curious, Brian.
Cool. What's your favorite shape?
Oh, hexagon, baby.
Oh man,
you don't know that?
Gosh, no, we've talked about it. That's like classic.
Wait, let me work this. With the.
What are you doing? I don't know. Oh, okay. This is great material.
I bet you didn't expect that, listeners.
I was kind of hoping your leg was going to go behind your head and you're going to like play kazoo or something.
No, I like shapes, man. Geometry is beautiful. And
for sure,
hexagons are the in terms of regular polygons, hexagons are the highest entagon that can be stacked without negative space. So it's pretty cool. Yeah,
preaching to the choir, man.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, you're like, wow. You're like, I thought, I was assuming that pentagons, but no, pentagons don't actually, but squares do, triangles do.
Question,
hexagons.
Cole. On the StreamYard, is it also playing on our? Did you set it up to where it would play on our Instagram too?
Can I do that? I'm curious.
I don't know. I was hoping so. I don't know. I mean, we might have to stop and start it again. That might be a good way to do it. But
yeah, let me look into that.
All right.
Yeah, but keep talking, Roberto.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Today, fired up the solo bonfire one more time. I tell you, that sucker makes the best mallows. Children love them. You just got to hold it above. Gets it nice, and you want your mallow nice and gooey in the middle. So gets it every time.
Totally. I think this does Instagram, but it's not easy. So I gotta do some later.
So next time, possible.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And I feel like that would be great. Like I would love to do Instagram, and that would probably bring in a lot more people because a lot of people follow us on Instagram and not yet YouTube. So
that's fine. So
yeah,
let's just get into it, man.
Let's just get into it. So pour with us, those who are listening and watching. Wait. We ready for this?
That's nice and low,
nice and plunky.
Been sending those around.
You ever read Calvin and Hobbes when you were younger?
Oh, all the time. Yukon Ho was the first one I ever owned.
Bro, that's a good one.
So
I
Brian,
think that was one of my first too.
I just ordered the solo off of their website. They have sales all the time, and we also ordered my father-in-law one, and mine and his both came the day after I ordered it. So if you're like, I mean, whoever's running their shipping department is amazing. Nice. So here in Idaho, I don't know where their warehouses are, but man, day after I ordered it online from their website. And so keep an eye too. If you're looking for a solo, like keep an eye.
They're like $200, aren't they?
Yeah, like 225 or something like that for the medium size one.
But I might like that, especially in my cool new backyard.
Dude, I tell you, it's nice too because so Chelsea doesn't like smoke, and she's like, it's even better than just a regular fire pit because there's no smoke, so you don't have to move around as much. And like you can just be close to the fire, you don't have to worry so much about smoke.
That's great. So don't get me started, Brian, on Calvin and Hobbes. I was like growing up, like I have hobbies now, but my hobby when I was a child was like being a connoisseur of good, funny comics. Not like comic books in terms of like Batman or anything like that. I was like, I had the Philadelphia Inquirer every day, and I would read every single, comic from that day of the Inquirer. Loved the Sundays and all that stuff. But like, you're right. And I was post, I started reading after 95, which is when Calvin and Hobbes ended. Yeah, Calvin and Hobbes. Here's a fun story. It's not really a fun story. Oh, Weirdos from Another Planet. Do you have Attack of the Deranged Mutant Killer Monster Snow Goons?
I don't think I know.
Oh, Days Are Just Packed is one of my top 3.
I haven't.
And same with
I didn't pull from.
It's
I didn't pull them all from the shelf.
No, that's good. But I'm giving my niece, who's 8, I'm giving her my complete collection this Christmas, and that's like gonna be a big deal. So
yeah,
let's smell this up.
So right off the bat, it smells like bourbon.
And a nice aged bourbon.
What's the proof on this? 118?
118.2.
Oh, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't smell like, it's not super vapory, not super hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice appley.
We got Matt Porter on the line.
Oh boy. So I gotta say, Matt, I met a guy at the liquor store this other week, and he started talking about how he watches a lot of YouTube, bourbon, what do they call it?
Bourboncy.
Yes, they watch a lot of Bourboncy. No, they Bourbon Tube. Is it, what do they call the YouTube stuff?
Videos?
Well, like there's like the name for YouTube bourbon people like Mac.
Oh, Matt might chime
anyway,
in. He might not know either.
Whiskey Tube? They call it Whiskey Tube?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, and I was like, oh well, I've had Matt Porter on our podcast, and he listens, and we've also had the Grease. Like I was just like dropping names, and he's like,
yeah.
Well, I guess I might check your podcast out. And I was like,
well,
yeah, I like it if you did. It'd be cool. But
yeah.
Anyway, so welcome, Matt.
And Brian, I know Miles is familiar with ADHD whiskey, but Brian, if you haven't hit up, like, just look at the comments, click on ADHD whiskey, and watch all of his videos. Because if you're looking for distracted in the perfect way, talking about good whiskey,
if you took every good moment of our podcast, edited it together, you get 3 minutes of Matt's 12-minute show, and it'd be the best.
I'm glad we could fully introduce him to
to
ADHD whiskey. So Matt is awesome, and look back, we did a fun episode with him. It went really long, if I remember correctly, but that doesn't hurt when you're talking to Matt Porter. So Matt, hit me up later if you have the same address, because we're going to be sending out the next series of drink
fortunate events
via courier.
And, that man's coming up. So nose wise, I'm not getting too much. It's like standard kind of good bourbon, mostly like apple heavy, not a lot of vanilla, low vapor. I'm not getting anything too big on the nose other than
I like it. But I'm getting kind of your standard bourbon notes. I hate to be so simple about it, but there is oak to it. I would say,
and it's
you're getting a little bit of vanilla, but
the heat shows up on the palate.
Yeah, the heat's not there on the nose.
For sure.
At least with this glass, I have I was showing Robbie yesterday when we recorded for the Bourbon Karma. I have my mini chill filter glasses, my Glencairns, and then I have my big one. Yeah.
Oh man, palate wise, there's a lot of heat. There's a good amount of heat there for sure.
Yeah, and then guys, hit us up. Like, what are you smelling? I'm curious if anyone's getting better notes than we are.
Please do.
I'm very down to hear them.
They are.
Yeah, I'm sure someone is. I haven't
chocolate on the palate,
but Miles is getting chocolate on the palate.
I can see that. I'm like, honestly, like, it's a little hot to really pull stuff out for me right now. Maybe I didn't get enough entry bells on it. You all right there, Cole, to go up your nose?
No, I'm just thinking about
it. You look like you're having a rough moment there.
I'm so sick of hearing Robbie's voice. No, okay. I don't hear his voice. Actually, I have the power to do that. I have the power to mute you.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Actually, I can get behind that chocolate, but that chocolate is shrouded in oak throughout the palate for me. I'm curious what Matt thinks, because Matt is big on EC barrel proof. So,
dude, this is hot though. On the palate, it is definitely hot. Nose, it was not. Palate is hot. I'm not pulling a lot.
It's a little oak forward to me on the palate.
I can see that. Oak is hard for me to pull.
It's almost pushing it for me to enjoy. So far I have a rating in mind for this one off the neat pour, but I got to go for at least a second.
You don't usually go for ratings like that so quickly. With a little water. Do a little water drop. I still cannot find my water dropper. I do not know what the girls did with my water dropper.
That's okay.
And like I was just thinking today, like there's got to be like a Cyber. Oh no!
Don't buy it, Robbie.
Cyber Monday dropper.
Yeah.
I just need to get a new dropper.
Maybe Santa got you one for Christmas. Maybe he did.
Okay.
And tune in for our December 20th Christmas episode where we're going to be doing a gift exchange as per usual this time of year.
I like the nose a little bit more with water.
Yeah.
It is a little more vapory, which isn't atypical, but a little more like cherry vanilla almost on the nose with the water.
Mm-hmm.
Little Coca-Cola. Yeah.
This is what kills me. It's like this is like kind of one of those good, semi-accessible, but also pretty hard to find, depending on how long it's been on the shelf.
It's not an everyday pour.
Not an everyday pour, but also you might get lucky and see it in their liquor store. These days, it's a lot harder to get ECBPs. But
I can get behind the cola. Like there's like a cherry kind of thing going on here. Where I can get see cherry cola.
Try this again.
No, Elijah Craig. So when we had the twins, my brother-in-law, he's like, and it was like when I was first starting kind of getting into whiskey. He's like, "You like Elijah Craig?" I'm like, "I think I like Elijah Craig." He's like, "Everybody likes Elijah Craig," and he bought me that. He's like, "When you have 3 kids, you got to have a bottle of whiskey on the shelf."
Did he buy you a barrel proof or just a standard?
I think it was just standard. But anyway, yeah, like Elijah Craig. I feel like it's not disappointing, right?
Yeah. But nothing's blowing my mind. I was kind of.
It's good though, but it's not. But it's good.
No hub to what so far. There we go.
I'm liking the mouthfeel on the water. Nice and warm.
I haven't even sipped the water yet. Where'd I put my?
Doing, Cole?
I know. Where's my?
So
what the crap?
Cole and I recorded yesterday. Cole is in his new house.
Yeah.
He's no longer sitting at the
in-laws.
Oh, good name for twins,
Gables.
Elijah and Craig.
Oh yeah.
When we were naming the twins, my wife was like, "Let's call them what'd she say? London and Juniper." And I was like, "Well, there's a lot of Jen references there."
No, I said rye and juniper.
Yeah, well,
so that's
you're
a
not
lot of
my
whiskey
wife.
Liquor references. Yeah, keep going.
So anyway,
London would be good.
Mouthfeel on the water. I'm not. Yeah, my wife is big into like destination names, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm not as. I don't know. Couldn't get behind it.
Tahiti or something.
Oh man.
Or
you're not there yet.
Djibouti.
You'll be there soon though. Old. Like you start watching like the cartoons. You get to watch like Moana. Moana's a good one. You probably have not even watched Moana. Have you watched it?
No, I watched the Pixar's. Yeah.
Your wife's a big Disney.
Is that even Pixar? I don't think it is. I think
it's Disney.
Like, yeah, it is.
I think it was Disney. Your wife's a big Disney fan. So.
She's fanatic. Yeah.
So yeah, her family.
I have a feeling I'm going to like this with water a little more, but at least on the swirly poo, Spin J. Nose-wise, it's brightened up a bit. A little bit sweeter on the nose, a little bit more notes of like sugary.
It's bourbon. This is what
you would be so basic, but I'm with you. Like,
well, that's the thing is, it's like
bourbony.
This would be your scented candle.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says we're gonna do a candle for bearded white guys, which Cole and I are, and it's gonna be bourbon scented like this. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, there's nothing bad about it. We've had a couple of bad. The old spin job. We've had some bad whiskeys lately.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see tomorrow morning. We have our bourbon from we're doing the Smoke Wagon barrel pick that's steeped in controversy. That'll be released tomorrow, and
it's a long episode too.
Yeah, it's like 115.
We had a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time. It's the longest history I've ever done, but it's also surprising on the notes that we got, or at least on the ratings that we gave. Have a listen. I don't know if it's surprising.
I feel like that's a poor trailer for the episode, Cole.
No, it's a great episode. It's the best episode you ever heard, and it's longer
So
because it's even better.
You guys, we appreciate you guys, and we'll just say this: no hubba to what's.
Mm-hmm.
No hubba to what's. A little spoiler for you. No hubba to
And
what's.
I'll spoil it as well. We got this in the most innocent way possible, and you're thinking, "Oh, we got it innocently." No, we got it even more innocent than that. Yeah.
Is that what they were?
Yeah, everyone was worried.
I will say this. I was worried before we recorded because Cole was kind of like, hey, Robbie, there's a lot of controversy.
Yeah.
Just tread lightly on this one.
Yeah.
But
some people are jerks. I'll just say that.
I am. I know I am.
No, you're not.
Dude, I can be.
You know, the first time I met you, I thought you were so cool. But I was like, I don't know if he's like...
You're a dummy.
I don't know if he's...
There's the jerk right there.
No. No, it's funny because, well, here's two things. When I first met you, you had just adopted Amara.
Yeah.
And that is a busy man. Someone who just adopted a 1.5-year-old girl. And so I like saw you, met you. You were the coolest guy ever. But I felt like I couldn't like get close to you. But part of that was because you just had a daughter. But I was like, I didn't know. I was like, what, like freaking 20, 21 at the time. And so, but the more I've gotten to know you, the more I'm like, he is accessible, just like this whiskey, Elijah Craig.
Oh, bringing it back.
Mm-hmm.
Have you dropped a cube yet?
I don't have cubes again.
Oh, cool.
My new house, listeners and viewers, my new house has no ice maker in the freezer. So I need to find the tray we have in one of the boxes and just start cubing it.
You don't need,
next week I'll have them.
You just need to find a container.
That's true. And just crack it up. Oh, I have that what's it called? The small cooler where you can make clear ice with.
Oh, do the clear ice. Yeah. There you go.
I'll do that. Yeah. It'll be great.
So
on the water pour, what are you getting?
Water pour, not a lot of change. I think the oakiness dies down a little bit, but I'm not great with oak. So correct me if I'm wrong, but the oakiness is not there as much.
I'm with you. It's
but
at
the
least
mouthfeel is good. I think with water, mouthfeel is the best part. Like it nice and I think the proofage is great. It's nice warming across the tongue, across the whole palate, which I like. Okay, so we've had a lot. I've had a lot of bitter notes lately on whiskeys. And this one, I mean, like there's nothing to dislike about this, right? It's good. It's not bad. There's nothing bad. Anyone get anything bad? Anybody get anything on the water?
Yeah. I like it more with a little bit of water.
Yeah. I mean,
but this is killing me, especially for a YouTube live video where I feel like an idiot, where I'm like, there's nothing standing out. Like I'm not getting cherry notes. I'm not getting like super vanilla or candy notes. I'm not even getting caramel notes. I'm just getting bourbon with oak. And I feel like a jackbutt, for...
Oh, cool. Language.
We're going to have to put the explicit or on the, or adult only on the, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, let's see. I mean, even in our comments, we're not getting like too many notes on this one.
Yeah. It's good though. It's a good bourbon.
I mean, we are. Whoa, we got Dramhound in the house. Glengoyne.
Glengoyne, boy.
I love you, Dramhound.
So Dramhound, we are on ice right now. Cole doesn't have ice.
But I extra watered it down as if it were ice, just not cold.
No, it's
weird. The glass is now colder.
So Cole, since you don't have ice, I'll do the ice for you. Ready?
Yeah,
you
please.
Just gotta
low credibility mind.
I'll do my best ventriloquy here. All right, this is Cole. The ice tastes like math problems, and I'm studying for my next exam. And it makes me not want to fight somebody, but I love Baby Back. Okay, wow, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say about it.
So ice-wise, I think definitely does it justice. It's
surprising.
I get a little bit of bitterness towards the end, but I feel like I think water's probably where it's at, because ice wise, like my first sip, I just took another sip and I'm like, it's getting a little towards the bitter side, but it definitely, the first couple sips with ice, definitely a lot more flavor came out. I think it was a little bit more, just, I mean, again, it's just bringing out more bourbon notes.
Yeah,
but
I guess what you could say about this is like a standard bourbon, and good. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing bad about this. I don't know if it ever even broke.
What's the MSRP for this?
Today. I got it for about 80, I want to say.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't know if it's worth that. I mean, if you like having something on the shelf that's like semi harder to find, it's a good. I think it's a great. It's
if
good.
You ask like Matt Porter or even like Jason Preston, who is a fanatic of especially old ECBPs, this might not be my favorite ECBP because there are some good barrel proofs from Elijah Craig. Especially before they changed their bottle to this style, when it was like a stubbier bottle. That was good stuff. And yeah, I like it. It's 8 range, 100% 8 range, but it is not 9 range. That's what I'm gonna say.
So typically when I add water, it's like, so we get, your standard sample size, 2 ounces, right?
Yeah.
The first pour is probably, I would say, like half an ounce to like 3/4 of an ounce.
3/4 probably, yeah.
And then I'll take a couple sips off that, and I'll just add like a drop or two.
Yeah, but that's usually at the point where it's like half an ounce to like a 1/4 ounce. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's usually what I do. Now, that being said, the first time I ever recorded with Cole, I had no idea. So I just poured huge glasses, and Cole was like, Robbie, what do you think?
Dram Pirate bottles. That makes more sense, but explain. And we gotta close up soon. We like to keep these under 30 minutes. So, but yeah, I want to hear, because pirate bottles, I assume you're referring to the old stubbier bottles, but I'm really curious what you mean, because I'm not in the know, I guess. But yeah, I think altogether to say about this pour, minus the ice pour, so don't put my credibility as high as Robbie's here. This is good. I give it an 8.4.
Okay.
It is a good bourbon. I would not buy again for $80. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Dramhound says older bottles, the stubbier ones we assume. Why do they call them pirate though?
Because these are the newer bottles, and pirates had less accessibility to them, since most pirates live in Somalia right now, and it is very hard to obtain them here in the States, let alone on the western coast of Africa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's the eastern coast, right? Somalia is on the eastern coast, right?
West. Or is it east?
I think it's towards the side of Madagascar, right?
Is it?
You should know this. You have a tattoo of Africa on your back.
It's not a tramp stamp. It's on my chest, Cole.
Yeah. Somalia.
Right over
East Africa.
I think it's west.
No, it's east. It's right next to Ethiopia.
Okay.
A country you should be familiar with. Look it up.
I swear it was more because you get European countries coming down.
You might, sure. Maybe Europeans take the Suez Canal or whatever they call that thing.
Well, a lot of them do. Oh my gosh, yeah, it borders all of Ethiopia, doesn't it? I had no idea.
I know more about Africa than you do.
That's fine. I mean,
no, that's okay.
Miles knows it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, that's why
didn't.
No, my knowledge of pirate bottles. That's why No, that's not my geography. Just my knowledge of pirates obtaining these bottles.
Wait, Brian Rapp, you said EC. This specific EC came out on number 1. Is that right? I mean, I'm just the fanatic of Mashville number 1 from Buffalo Trace. So like, Stag Jr. will pretty much always win because it's so sweet. It's so sweet. But some Stag Juniors, don't get me wrong, are not that great. That's right. Yeah, Miles was a merchant marine, mariner, like the Seattle Mariners. Totally. Miles, where are you from originally? Because I brought up something in the episode that'll come out tomorrow where I'm like, I think you're from Florida. I was like, I don't even know where he's
Well,
from.
I assume a lot of sailors end up in Florida.
Yeah, totally.
So
he went to school. I want to say he went to school in Florida, but go ahead, Robbie.
So on Thanksgiving, I don't drink a lot of Knob Creek. But I will say, I could see Stag beating this.
Depends
Makers
on the batch,
is, I think, Makers, and then 1792 I would put below this.
Wow. I said Florida. He says Rochester. Yeah, go ahead.
Rochester. Okay. So yeah, I think between those, like I would take probably, I would go Stag. I would go Rare Breed above this too. So I go like Stag, Rare Breed, this.
Totally.
Makers.
I would love to blind them. Yeah. I would love
seriously.
We have to do some cask strength blinds soon. And we'll just have to do a special episode, maybe even bourbons we've already had, but we'll have to do some blinds soon. I know. Caleb Olson in the house.
Bourbon Badger.
Yeah. The freaking bourbon. Look at that picture. I mean, what a beautiful man.
Oh gosh, I'll tell you what.
Brian Rapp,
I'll tell you
man
what.
as
All
well,
of you need to put your pictures on here because you're all good looking.
Miles, we're talking to you. Yeah. And Dramhound, I kind of like your logo, so keep it as it is. But I'm sure you're a beautiful man at 7'8" or whatever. Or no, 6'8". 6'8".
I don't think
I've
ever seen Dramhound's picture.
Or is he?
I don't even know what Dramhound looks like. I know his logo.
Dramhound, I'm sorry. How tall are you again?
He's nearly 8 foot and shoots lightning bolts out of his arse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it twice.
I haven't even seen the man's face. You've seen his arse and
Speaking of which, subscribe on patreon.com/chillfiltered. And once we hit $1,000 a month, you will see my ARSE. No, you won't. You won't. I'm going to correct that real quick. You will not see it, but there will be an audio recording of me butt chugging Macallan 18. So,
and I think it's got to be Heather's got to give like the she's got to be like the color commentator on it. Because that's the only person that needs to see that. So, speaking of blind, so I think
when you visit in whenever you're gonna visit, maybe
we're
that's
hoping this spring.
Well, hey, so sign up for patreon.com/chillfiltered soon, and then maybe in the spring we'll do a butt chug. Yeah, if you're lucky. Yeah, we break 1,000.
Damn man, 6'6" only shows his arse, no face, like a true lady.
And that's the thing,
gentleman.
That word is like probably not a curse. But I'm still afraid to say it. Yeah.
Well, if another
if you're in England, that's probably a curse. But if you're in America, it's not. Yeah.
There's a lot of words in the UK I wish Americans could just use. Yeah. So anyway,
like bloody. Yes. I'm sure bloody is a curse in England. Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But
anyway, we got to wrap it up, guys.
Yeah, we got to. People got football games to get to, like the second half of the afternoons, getting about ready to kick off here. Cole, what did you give your rating already?
I'm getting a rating based on this. I just finished my sip of my Entry Buzz. That's Kings County Bottled and Bond from Brooklyn, New York. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is fantastic compared to that. So in terms of at least comparison, maybe not a blind. But at least a comparison, I'm actually going to switch my rating from like 8.3, 8.4 to 8.5. It's a great cask strength bourbon. I'm just not blown away by it. That's what I'm going to say about Electric Craig Barrel Proof B521. It's good. And I've had some ECBPs that are fantastic. This one didn't make the 9+, and that's okay. 8.5. Yeah. What about you?
It's okay. And real quick, if you guys want to throw out some ratings real quick,
please do. I would love to hear all of your guys' ratings.
Stall till we see some. I think I mentioned earlier just kind of some of the cask strength stuff I would go before this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go 8.2.
Okay.
Like there's nothing bad about this at all.
No, there's nothing bad.
Nothing bad. Like I got
it's not even bitter. Not even I
got a slight bit on the ice after it's been sitting for a while, but I don't think I would drink this ice. I think just a couple drops of water, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Neat was a little too hot, but all along the way, it's just a good bourbon. So 8.2 for me. So
not a bad thing. So guys, thanks for joining. Robbie and listeners /viewers. I hope you had a good time with us.
Cool. I hope you can figure out how to make some ice here pretty soon.
I hope I can also figure out how to do Instagram Live with all this as well.
But hey guys, seriously, I hope you continue to support us because we love supporting you guys and love hanging out, and can't wait to do the next one. Look for the next batch here in a little bit. As long as as soon as that manly man can make his way. Yeah. But Cole,
most of all, viewers, I hope that our love of spirits lifted yours.
You stop it.